All right, we got something fun in store here. Trey, we are going to be ranking the top 5 picks of the 2020s, and you've got the tier system all ready and loaded.
That's right, Skeets. It works perfectly. We're about 20 games into this season. We've got 20 top 5 picks in the 2020s. Send it.
Love it.
First one's going to be easy. We're ranking these by tiers, your classic S, A, B, C, and D tiers. Our first candidate is the number 1 overall draft pick from the 2020 draft, and I think he's going straight to the S tier here. It's Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the definition of a number 1 pick.
Yes.
You want him to become the cornerstone of your team. You want him to become your franchise leader, and if he's super charismatic and beloved, even better. That gets him into the S tier.
Yeah.
Easy one.
And they're like, oh my God, like they're the best team in the league right now.
They're the best team in the league right now.
It's crazy.
They got to win last night as well.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is hurt right now, though.
Yes.
Only played a little bit. Rudy Gobert.
Man, he got some roast beef last night.
He got some roast beef last night.
21
Good stuff.
rebounds.
Yeah, good stuff. This one may be an easy choice for our tier as well. James Wiseman.
No.
He went number 2 to the Warriors in this draft.
Yeah, he did.
He is now the 3rd string center for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He didn't even play much last
night. So do you go C just to hope that he's still around and give him a shot? Probably not.
That's being way too kind.
He's going to be our lowest ranked guy.
He's D.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd put him on E.
Yes.
If I could.
Yeah, since these are all top 5 picks, he doesn't really rival much here.
No.
All right, LaMelo Ball. Complicated one. Great when he plays, injures his ankles all the time. And, of course, the Hornets are not great.
No. I mean, yeah, that run that he was on there before he went down with the latest injury was amazing. Like, it was the best ball he's been playing, probably of his career. He's obviously been an all-star before. He gets numbers. Hasn't turned into a bunch of victories. But is it weird to... It has to be A or B.
Yeah.
And I sort of think A, unless we're really holding it against him, his ankles that he got from his daddy.
I'm sure there's some people that would throw him in that S column.
Oh,
I would definitely.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, being an all-star, still obviously ridiculously young. I would put him in A.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
You saying that you're even considering S tier, then I'm totally fine with A tier. Yeah. And you as well?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I probably would have had him in B tier because the ankle injuries are a problem to me. Like, it happens a lot. It tends to be bad luck, I do feel like, with LaMelo. He stepped on fans' feet in the crowd twice last year. But also, you're missing a lot of time, so I hold it against you. But if you guys want to put him in A, I am happy, because I think I'm generally the biggest LaMelo guy here.
Yeah, so I think we have to. I mean, the guy's averaging 25, 8, and 5, and like decent percentages too, and on a very bad team is doing his best. I like that spot.
Okay. Patrick Williams, he was the 4th pick in the 2020 draft, fallen out of the rotation, or at least out of the starting lineup, got supplanted by Torrey Craig. I think this guy's at best a C tier.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely at best.
At best. But he is like, okay, Patrick Williams, he's better than James Wiseman. Now, it doesn't mean he can't be in the same tier as that guy. But I'm fine with a C tier. You see, I mean, look, I mean, it's few and far between, but you see the flashes. You see why he's a top 5 pick. You really do. But then he's just non-existent for games at a time.
Yes.
Or he's just straight up bad. So I'm fine with a C tier, but is anybody making the case for D?
I can't make the case. He was better last year in that he shot pretty well from 3. He's a 41% shooter from 3.
Yeah.
So if you want somebody that plays hard and goes after it, look somewhere else. It's not Patrick Williams. So, I mean, I'm fine with a D, but yeah.
What would be your call? C? D? Whoa. Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Jesus.
I've got a Patrick Williams rookie, several of them. I was hopeful. He was the number 4 pick. He was the fruits of their previous tank, and it just has not paid off.
What about this? Oh, he's only 22 years old.
I love it.
He's been in the league for 4 years. Okay, D it is.
Yeah. Anyways, he's still better than this guy, who's our next candidate. The last top 5 pick of the 2020 draft, Isaac Okoro. I saw him play last night. He was out there.
So you think Patrick Williams is better than Isaac Okoro?
Easily.
So then that means you're putting him in a D.
I think Okoro is a D as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate the Okoro. He doesn't know Scoro, as you said once, but he plays defense at the very least. He plays hard.
That's why he gets in the D tier.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm more of a C man with Okoro, hoping.
Well, I mean, if he's a C, then Patrick Williams is easily a C. Patrick Williams
well, that's
is a lot better than Okoro.
That's sort of why, that's why I'm worrying we're going to have like this entire D row here. But
I think it might be full, actually.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to get anybody else in the D.
Yeah, now that I look at the rest, you're probably right.
He's the junkyard dog. He plays perimeter defense. Patty doesn't. Patrick Williams doesn't as much. Anyways,
Patrick Williams is a better defender. Patrick Williams is better than everything. This is fine.
Okoro. Those guys need to be. They need to be in the same tier. I agree. Yes. I think that. So if we're going C or D, which we are, then fine.
Okoro's been replaced multiple times. They keep replacing him.
Mm-hmm. They will. Yep.
2021 draft. Cade Cunningham. He was the number 1 pick. Obviously, the Pistons are among the 3 worst teams in the league, and Cade. He's almost up to an average player PER now. I think he's at 13
right
now.
Getting a little bit better.
He's been making more threes lately. He does get to the line a little bit more. To me, he's probably, if you want to be kind, he could be a B tier.
That's where
He's an okay player, but he was the number 1 draft pick, so higher expectations.
That's a good point. Good point. I think B feels right, but it hasn't been pretty. No. We do tend to make excuses for him. Some people think people go too far with that. Some say maybe he's just not as good as you think he is or is going to become. But I still am holding out hope, so I'm fine with a B. Probably a low B.
That would be my lowest. I think I could squint and say A, because as soon as everything gets a little bit better around him, he gets way better. The fact that guys that are 1 pass away can't hit threes on his team, like, that is more of an issue to me. Because he has grown. 10 straight games of, well, he was 39% through 10 games from the three-point line. He is growing. I think everything gets around him a little bit better, so to see. But, yeah.
B's good.
B's good.
Yeah.
All right, Jalen Green.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Green's a tough one to figure out, man.
It's very interesting. He's kind of been supplanted, I feel like, in Houston. He felt like he was going to be the main part of their rebuild. And now he's certainly behind Şengün in the pecking order from the very same draft. And then they've obviously brought in Dylan Brooks. They brought in Fred VanVleet. They drafted another wing player in Amen Thompson this past year. I kind of feel like Jalen Green hasn't established himself. Probably a C tier to me.
Ooh.
I believe in him being a starter on that team and being good at it. Like I like the fact that he doesn't just go up and chuck all times. They're relying on everybody. Like you mentioned, Şengün and Dylan Brooks and Fred. And obviously Jabari Smith, like all 5 of them are capable guys on Ime Udoka's team. They're trying to get everybody going. So I believe in him. I put him at a B, and depending on the team, I put him higher because I'm a Jalen Green fan. I like how he's just going head down to the hoop and not just trying to, be a 28-point guy, because that won't work.
Yeah, this is a better position for him, being around vets and on a sort of a winning team, or a team at least have plans to win games. So I like that. He's tough to figure out because he really is inconsistent. One game, it's 25, 26 points, getting to the line, hitting threes, good percentages. And then the next night he'll have your 5 of 14s, your 4 of 15s. It's like one good game, one bad game, or 2 good games in a row, 2 bad games. So that's why I think it's difficult to figure out where to put him. His averages, they're down against his career numbers. But again, that's okay. I think that's fine. I think he's becoming a better player. So you said C, you said B. I think I'm B. I think I have him sort of on a Cade level through his career. So I would have him low B.
Okay. I can accept that.
Okay.
I don't think you want to try and draft a 6-man with the number 2 pick, though.
No.
That's what I would say.
No, but yeah, you think that's what eventually he'll become in this league?
Yeah. I think his ceiling is Zach LaVine, but I think his most realistic is J.R. Smith. Good players.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Good athletes. And good shooters.
I mean, and I know it would depend on how we would be ranking them, but those are, to me, like you just said, C to sort of A players with Zach LaVine at his best when he's at his best, but B makes sense is what I'm
Sure. All right. Evan Mobley, 3rd pick in the 2021 draft. Could have won Rookie of the Year until a second-half explosion from Scottie Barnes. Evan Mobley, where do you put him? I think we would have said likely S tier after his rookie season.
Yeah.
Right.
But not anymore, I don't think.
Not anymore. He's an A. And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously an incredible defender. I've been just a little reluctant to put him up there. I've loved him so much. I thought his game was going to grow offensively, but it really hasn't. It's just he's reliant, but he's taking far less threes. He's playing inside the arc now these days. And obviously you want him on your team. A is definitely the highest. I'd probably put him at B right now, even though I love him.
Oh, that seems too low. The guy's a double-double machine still in his third season. I mean, and you're right. It's tough in today's game. He doesn't shoot a three at all. I mean, he really has completely removed it even from attempting them. But 16 and 10 with great defense for a young guy is probably the toughest thing to actually learn and be good at in this league.
Okay,
he's an A to me.
Okay, I could accept that. You think better, higher or lower than LaMelo?
Oh, lower.
Lower than LaMelo. Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, Scottie Barnes. He was the 4th pick in the 21 draft, Rookie of the Year. Great season, rookie season. Tough season. Second year.
Yeah, but
third year, he's back, baby.
Now he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thinking A tier?
Is he back enough to... I'm thinking A tier. I don't think you can get to S tier. I think some Raptors fans believe it, and hopefully they're right. I mean, is he a future like cornerstone guy? You definitely see it at times, and then you don't at other times. But I'm fine with an A tier.
That's the highest I shall go.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to take over as a number one offensive guy.
You don't think he has, though, at times this season? I know the Raptors do not have a record that's going to wow you, but...
He's had some nice fourth quarters.
Yeah.
So he has, for sure.
He's a good defensive player.
But, yeah, he's going to be a complementary to a number one offensive option guy in a good world, I think.
I
would have him definitely above Mobley, personally.
Okay.
That's the homer card, no doubt. And, yeah, I'm fine behind LaMelo. Yeah.
He's shown more offensive growth, I think, than Mobley has.
Yeah.
Which is good. And, he shot like 50% from 3 for the first month of the season. I don't think that's the case.
It's come back to earth here. He's shooting 38% from 3. If he can shoot that, in a season, that's really, really good. But you're right. He was red hot at the beginning.
Here's the player the Raptors took Scottie Barnes over. Jalen Suggs of the Orlando Magic. He was the 5th pick in the 21 draft. A lot of people had him mocked at number 4 to the Raptors. Kind of indistinguished first couple of seasons, but he's been a part of the Magic's surprising start, I think, to start this season. Does that get him to the B tier, or is he like a C with the defense and the energy?
Yeah, this is the debate here. Is he B or C? Is he at the end of the B, or is he at the top of the C?
Yeah, he's a hardcore energy guy, obviously. Actually, his shooting is a little bit better than I expected. Being at 36% from 3, he has improved year over year over year. Wow.
He has.
Seems like a classic C to me, though.
Yeah, we need somebody in the C tier as well.
I think that's right.
I was looking a little empty there. Look a little empty there. He's a starter, but I feel like the Magic still would upgrade him if they could find the right player.
It's a fascinating question, the way we're doing this. But I think the answer is yes. Is like if we had those 3 guys, Cade, Jalen Green, and Suggs, and they were available to be picked by any team in the league, who are you taking first? Team X? I think most of them are probably taking those 2 guys ahead of Suggs. So
I think so.
I think he slots in nicely there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next draft, 2022, our number 1 pick, Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year, 4th place FIBA World Champion medal. They don't give you a medal for that one.
No.
Strong start for the Magic this season, 42 last night. For me, Paolo is currently an A tier, potential S tier in the future.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a big Paolo
So am I.
Yep.
I'd love to see him get better at free throw shooting. That's a weird little thing. He needs to get better at the line for some reason.
It'll help.
Shoots like 68% or whatever it is, but can hit the 3 right now and has takeover mentality. Is super young. Has his team winning games. Big reason why. So it is either S tier because you're fully in on it, or it's A tier. Where do you go?
Yeah, I'd go A. Such a sellable guy as well. I mean, he is going to sell tickets, make money for the Orlando Magic. Yeah, obviously a great defender as well. Somehow, some way, he's way better at shooting 3s than free throws, which is really weird. But I believe in him.
Okay, so you're going A tier, though. Yeah. We're not putting him on the level of Anthony Edwards. But we have him at the top. I like that.
No. Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
He might get supplanted here, though, by Chet Holmgren, the number 2 pick in the 22 draft. Obviously didn't start his career until this season, but Chet's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Chet will be in the S tier someday.
Right.
I think.
Not yet, though.
Not yet, but I would have him no lower than the A tier.
I agree. But where are you going to put him? Like, are teams...
After LaMelo
teams taking Chet Holmgren over Paolo?
Yeah, I do think they would.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I know.
Maybe.
I know.
They didn't.
It's a tough.
They had the chance and they didn't.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, okay. We're agreeing on the A tier.
Yeah, I agree on the A tier.
It's just where are we slotting him?
He's damn good. And he benefits from playing with such great players and not having everything on his shoulders kind of thing.
That's a good point. I mean, if we swapped Chet and Wemby, yeah, it's a fair point. That's right.
Oh, sweet guys.
Okay, so are we putting him behind Paolo, ahead of Paolo, behind LaMelo, ahead of LaMelo? Where's Chetty going? Or slipping in that skinny man right there. Okay.
I don't know. I kind of like him next to Paolo.
Yeah.
I kind of do.
Keep that synergy.
Yeah, okay.
Keep that 1-2 synergy.
Definitely over Barnes and Mobley.
Yes.
I think that's clear. This guy is a great defender, getting after it, like 2.5 blocks. And he's great offensively. And he can stay on the floor, so I'd put him over LaMelo. He's not getting injured.
He did miss his whole rookie season.
Oh, yeah, that whole season. He did get injured.
I love all the anecdotes you're hearing, though, about, a guy, like, he's got an attitude.
Oh, yeah,
Chet
he does.
Holmgren. Like, he's, and, like, all these, like, vets that are usually very hard on rookies or obviously going to test rookies are like, oh, yeah, no, he's got it. He's got that mentality. So that's sort of fun. So, okay, I like where you got him there in the A tier group for sure.
Number 3 pick, Jabari Smith Jr. He was maybe going to go number 1 in this draft.
I like him.
He's a solid player. He's been hitting the glass, been hitting some threes. Just seems to be a supporting player. I feel like he's a B tier guy, kind of.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say, is anybody going to try and sell me on a low A tier? But I think B's good. He's just good.
He's good.
This guy, I don't think is going to be a superstar on any team, but you could see him having a very long career and helping out. So that seems like a B guy to me.
The Rockets starting lineup is full of capable, good players. To me, is Jalen Green and friends. So, yeah, I think he should join the Bs.
Would we have him at the bottom of the Bs, considering we have Cade and Jalen there? Or... I think
I would take Jabari Smith over Jalen Green at least.
Yeah, okay, put him in the middle then. I think Cade still. Most people would be taking him over Jabari.
Jalen's got hope, but I understand now. I understand right now.
Okay.
All right, Keegan Murray. He was the number 4 pick. Shot the ball incredibly last season for the Kings. Not shooting it quite as well this season, but he's trying to play defense, and now he's got a twin brother in the league as well.
He does.
So
does that help him in the rankings?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really bad at shooting right now. Although the last couple of games he's getting it going. He hit 4 against the Pelicans, went 2 for 5 in the Nuggets win. So that's going to tick up. The guy's not going to be a 30% three-point shooter. He's got a beautiful stroke. He's confident enough. He is playing defense. I've talked about that a ton. He's at least trying on that end. I like what I've seen from that side of the floor. So I think he's a B. Keegan Murray. I think I'm high on him. You're not as high.
I mean, I like him.
I can't tell if you guys think he should be an A or an C when I'm saying B.
I think it's between B and C for me. He's an older guy as a young player, and he just looks. He's probably a B tier. Like him and Jabari Smith Jr. could have very similar careers, being the 3rd best guy on a lot of good teams.
Yeah, he's a complimentary guy. That's absolutely true.
Again, I am taking into consideration last year and obviously his potential. If it was just this season, then he's probably lower. But it's his entire breadth of work here. So B tier.
All right, final draft pick of the 2022 draft. Our number 5 pick, Jaden Ivey.
Oof.
Tough to say what we've seen from Ivey.
Yeah.
I mean, he was okay last season. I feel like he's been okay when he plays, but they keep him off the court quite a bit.
Yeah, it's Monty's fault. It's all Monty's fault. He's good. He's good. He's better than what he's showing. He's at least a C. Would you put him higher than Jalen Suggs is really the question here.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a C
It's
tier.
tough. It's tough.
It's just impossible to say.
What? Okay. Trey, you're always good at this.
Thank you.
What's Jaden Ivey's best case scenario that he turns into? Like, what's his ceiling? And then what's maybe more his realistic sort of outcome?
Oh man, what's
tough?
his ceiling?
Yeah.
His ceiling is Reggie Jackson.
Whoa. Okay.
That's low.
Dale, I'm crouching in your basement, man. That's the ceiling, man.
Hey, Reggie Jackson's good, man. Like, he's had a 10-year career.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, you wanted me to say John Wall?
No.
You want me to say John Morant?
No.
I'm trying to find an athletic guy who's a pretty good scorer with the ball in his hands, and you don't really know what else he does.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned J.R. Smith. He's not as good a shooter right now as J.R. Smith, but that type of guy.
Okay, so literally ceiling. Right now his ceiling is Reggie Jackson, and what his floor or his comp that he could be is Dennis Smith Jr.
When you put it that way,
that's not a great window. God, I hope we get more from him. I mean, either in Detroit or in a potential trade or something, and gets unleashed on a new team.
He came through last year. They started him every single game. Here you go. You're the guy. This year he's injured. Then he comes off the bench. So Monty just doesn't trust him. They don't trust him.
No.
So I think he should be better.
Okay, so we have him at C. We think it's a little crazy to put him in the D's. So we're putting him behind Suggs?
He's not a D.
Wow.
We don't even love it. Wow. We don't love it.
Well, I mean, Patrick Williams should be a C. If
I was trying to say Patrick Williams.
All right, man, you're talking me into it.
I was looking ahead. I'm looking at these guys.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Controversial here. Number 1 pick in the 23 draft, Victor Wembanyama. Does he make it in the S tier because of who he is? Or do you want to be realistic about it and say he's probably in the A tier right now?
Put him up there.
You think we need somebody else up there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's hope. It's a dream that this guy actually makes it to what he's supposed to be.
Can't even guard Naz Reid.
He's got to work out.
Jokes.
He's got to work out more. He's got to get bigger.
You're going to put him in the S tier, eh?
Why not?
I think he should be in the A tier.
Where would you put him? Yeah, that's fine. Him and Holm, right beside Chet Holmgren. It's their dream relationship right there.
I mean, yeah.
It's only December 2023,
Yeah, the guy has barely played. And he's been, both of those guys, Chet and Wemby, have been awesome.
Yep.
They really have.
The
impact on both ends. A for awesome, that's right.
All right, B for Brandon Miller. He's up next, the number 2 pick in the draft this past year. He's had some moments, I think, with the Hornets, but they obviously are really struggling. A solid B, to me, I would say.
I agree.
Yep.
I got no problems with a guy that can shoot 39% from deep and, does contribute. His tries, when you see him out there, he's not. They don't exploit him or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, B.
All right.
I don't really care where we slot him in there. He's right in the middle, basically.
Yeah, I totally agree. You just got hopes for him, and it's a good start.
Good start. Yeah.
All right, Scoot Henderson, number 3 pick. He's wearing goggles now.
Yeah.
Wonder if they're prescription.
I thought I was told that he wore goggles because he has contacts in, and that they didn't want him messing with his contacts, like poking his own eye. Maybe he couldn't stop touching them or something.
Huh.
Somebody could fact check me on that.
That's pretty weird.
I know, it's really weird.
Yeah.
So they're prescription goggles?
No, I'm saying he is wearing contacts
to
protect him touching his eyes.
That's what I swore I heard that somewhere.
That's a lot of lenses on your face.
I know.
Oh, that's a good reason for him starting slow. There's these new
new vision. Yeah. He's adjusting to his eyes. I think he's a C right now. Hasn't done much to start his career. Has been injured. In and out of the lineup. He's back now.
Yeah. I would have him ahead of both those guys in C.
Okay.
Would you pick Brandon Miller over him if it was redone? If the draft was redone?
Am I trying to win a game tomorrow? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's still the idea of this guy's a potential franchise guy, or you're hoping that, then I'm sure the equation changes a little bit there. But right now, I got to go Brandon over Scoot.
That's fair.
From what we've seen through 20 games.
So far, he has not been good.
Yeah.
All right, talking Twins here. Number 4 pick, Amen Thompson. Just had a huge game in the G League.
Mm-hmm.
What's their G League team? Vipers. Rio Grande Valley Vipers?
Yes, I think so.
I think so.
They definitely used to be called that.
Yeah, I think he had a near 5x5 in the G League, actually.
Yes, people were tweeting at us.
Yeah, but he's in a tough spot. There's just so many guys on the Rockets right now. We've already gone through 2 of them. They signed 2 free agents over the summer who play similar positions to Thompson as well, and then their best player is another young guy in Şengün. So I don't really know what to do with this Thompson.
Yeah, this of all the guys, has he played maybe the fewest? Oh, he has for sure. He's played 4 games in the NBA.
Okay, that's not very many.
No, that's not very many, and it's not like he was lighting it up in those games.
D tier.
I think he sort of has to be.
It's a start.
Yeah.
He can work his way up.
But
Yeah,
I
I
am
agree.
still a fan of both of the Thompson twins. Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay.
It's just because we haven't seen anything.
We haven't seen enough to know. So if there was an INC, maybe you could get that. Our final draft pick, the 5th pick this past draft, twin to Amen Thompson. It's Asar Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
We have seen a lot of him.
Oh, we have.
We've talked to him up a lot.
It's been incredible.
He's not making shots, but he's doing everything else.
That's right. So it's already sort of appearing to be one of the better perimeter defenders in the league, at least for his size and all that he can do, like blocks and steals and getting at it on that end. Rebounding, I know that was like a huge thing for a guy his size.
Yep.
But where are you putting him? You're not putting him with those A guys, are you? No way.
Not at this point. For me, he is an incredible defender. At the highest, I'm putting him B for me. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the B's to me.
I think that works. I would think I would probably have him behind Keegan Murray here in the B tier.
Okay. Throw it back up there,
Yep.
JD. I want to see where we're slotting him when we look at all these B's, because we got Cade, Jabari, Jalen Green, Brandon Miller, Keegan, and then, yes, one of the Thompson twins there. Yeah, sure. I like that.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is. I don't know. I'm feeling bad for my guy Patrick Williams now. I think he should be in that C tier.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I mean, I was saying
he's
from
just
the
a
jump.
standard role player. There's a standard role player right there. Nice, and it makes our bell curve look even better.
Yeah.
Perfect distribution. All right, now we've got through 20 draft picks in the 2020s in the top 5. One S tier player in Anthony Edwards. Our A tier goes Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama, LaMelo Ball, Scottie Barnes, and Evan Mobley. Our B tier: Cade Cunningham, Jabari Smith Jr., Jalen Green, Brandon Miller, Keegan Murray, Asar Thompson. The C tier goes Scoot Henderson, Jalen Suggs, Patrick Williams, Jaden Ivey, and then our D tier, Amen Thompson. Sorry, you should get an INC.
Yeah.
Followed by Isaac Okoro and James Wiseman.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair breakdown here.
Man, I can't wait to see. I would put Isaac Okoro right beside Patrick Williams just to see. I'm going to watch both.
We're going to be watching that one closely.
See who makes it.
P. Will versus Okoro.
Both 8 points per game. What do you got?
Wow. I like it. Not bad. I mean, I wonder which one is going to come back to bite us in the ass, because it always happens. But, will it be Amen because he should be an INC possibly? Will it be
Scoot
you fools?
as a C.
C, yeah. Wemby should be an S tier,
An
you
S, yeah, that
fools.
could be.
Chet, maybe, if you want to go.
Who do we have too high, perhaps?
Too high, we have somebody in the A, I think we have to pick.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I like our A's.
I feel like LaMelo, Scottie, and Evan Mobley would realistically, when you look at it, probably be in like an A.5 tier.
Okay.
Because you would definitely take Paolo, Chet, and Wemby over those three.
Yeah.
But you would also take LaMelo, Scottie, and Evan Mobley over all the guys in the B tier. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's in the right spot.
Yep. Yeah.
A.5.
I like Mobley at the end of the A tier because of those guys. He feels the least likely to be a star, the number one guy in a team.
Yeah.
Where all the other guys are proving it that they can be, or we think they'll get to that. So there it is.
Cool.
Tier maker. You've got the best of me.